Therapy session with the universe, numero dos. The first session. I don't know. I don't really know what to think about it. The only thing that in my mind is noteworthy is that I did notice an inconsistency in my own experience, like my own telling of my experience. Like I definitely held conflicting beliefs because I believed for a long time, I believed that there was nothing, but I also believed this memory that came to me, and those things don't go together. And I don't know, I guess I held those contradictory beliefs for quite some time. Well, it definitely makes sense why I never shared that with anyone, because it didn't, it really didn't fit with everything else I believed. Maybe there's some sort of parallel there with that and how I'm feeling right now. I think, though, now I'm kind of on the other side of it. Like, maybe I don't know why I'm picturing like one of those charts where the circles are like overlapping and then there's that space in the middle, and like on the one side it's like there's nothing out there, and on the other side it's everything is out there, and I'm kind of in between. I'm in the middle right now. I'm like walking through that, and in that little circle in the middle, maybe before I was like over, like I had just walked into the picture there of that, so I was much closer to there being nothing, and now I'm closer to the other side, getting ready to walk through into everything. I don't feel like I need to dwell on that. It doesn't seem. I always think the important things aren't important, though, so I'll probably be coming back to that. Clear the path. I like these cards. There's a right side up, and it's also upside down. Slice through the obstacles and carve a path toward your dreams. It's fall in this scene, and the imagery of this, it's reminding me of that part in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire where he's going through the maze, and then like the shrubbery, like the trees are like closing in around the path out, like it's like he's becoming enveloped by the maze. The path is like overgrown. Slice through the obstacles and carve a path toward your dream. What is my dream? Just to find meaning in my days, and to live with a sense of purpose. And I think I didn't understand this part of life. I think I didn't understand this before. Like maybe I was chasing after a meaning before. Like I thought that there was a meaning that I was supposed to find, and I wasn't understanding that I'm the creator of that meaning, that the meaning is my choice. What a powerful shift, though, from being passive to being active, to being the recipient of something, to being the creator of something. Maybe that just happened recently, just recently. I mean, I had experienced that on a small scale a few times in the past, but recently, like when I decided to leave my job and to embark on a new adventure and start a new path in my life, I didn't just leave my job. Like, that wasn't my intention. My intention was to leave that life. And I completely feel like that's what I did. My life looks nothing like it did at the beginning of the year. And I did have to go through obstacles. Before I left, I had no idea how I was going to get out of there. Like, I didn't have any means of leaving. I didn't have what I needed to walk away. And as soon as I started taking action toward that, I really didn't. I took action that was scary for me, but baby steps compared to most people in my, baby steps. And in taking just those few little actions toward the thing I was trying to manifest, the universe just dumps the rest of it on me. I mean, I unknowingly created a situation. I started the creation of this situation in the past. And that past action where I was taking care of myself and has since forgotten about came back. So the past me stepped in to take care of me now. It's so funny. Like, that experience is so funny because in thinking, like, I've always thought, if I could access myself on a different timeline to affect change in my own life, I assumed that it would be a future me coming back to help the present me, or the present me going back to help the past me. But that's not what happened. The past me impacted me now. And I wasn't expecting it. Like, that sounds so dumb, but I completely forgot about something that I had done to take care of my future. Like, I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen the impact of a decision that I made. I trusted my intuition before, and the impact of that freed me. It helped me break free. That really is drawing me back to this timeline thing where the past and the present and the future are all happening at the same time. I think if I were somebody else listening to this, I would be like, yeah, you did something good for yourself and then you forgot, and now because you already done it. I can see that. I would have thought that too. The timing of the return on that investment was impeccable. The odds, it could not have been better planned. It was planned. I planned that. I co-created that with the universe, and I co-created this with the universe. And what I'm doing now, I'm co-creating my future in the universe. I feel like this conversation that I'm having with you, the universe, is so important to me, and it's fascinating. But I can't imagine listening to this as a third person, a third party to this. Like, I feel like I would be lost in it. I suppose that's not my problem. Obstacles, speaking of obstacles, when I left my job, I wanted to be supported by my community just for doing something that I loved, and have that thing that I loved doing be something that was reciprocal, that also supported my community. And that's why the first thing I thought of would be to open a nursery with affordable plants. And I had already had an abundance of them for another reason, my plants, that is. So I just needed to kind of double down on it and double what I had just to start out. And that seems like a logical next step, you know? And then Mother Nature came by and interfered with that, and that became the new obstacle. And I carved a new path by opening a YouTube account. And then I don't know what I don't know what, I can't even label the obstacle that became the cooking. I don't know if this is, somebody's watching this, I don't know if you've seen any of that, but it was not happening. I didn't matter how much I tried, it was just the worst thing ever. So I gave up trying to do a traditional cooking video, and like I had shifted into this idea of having lunch with other people, and I had specifically thought it would be a good idea to set up like an eat with me that wasn't for, you know, somebody's like satisfaction or anything. Like, it didn't have ASMR, it was minimal noise, because I have sensitivity to noise. And so it just was meant to be like this normal thing that was to like almost replicate just a normal interaction with people for anybody who wanted it, anybody who struggled with maintaining relationships for whatever reason. And then so that path opened up, and embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. What was revealed to me in doing that, in doing those low stimulation eat with me's, which I think I only posted one of them, it became obvious to me that I was supposed to be having a conversation, an organic conversation with you, that I could not follow a script. I wasn't meant to follow a script. I'm not meant to be fake. And to me, following, like having to stick to these instructions with both my words and my body felt so restricted. I couldn't. Like, it just made me feel trapped, and all of that, I had to like force that out. It was just like having to like act against my will is what it felt like. But it revealed this new path. This wild new path uh, I don't I don't know if I'm going to end up staying on this path. I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be diverted down another dang path. So in the end of that job, it was kind of the perfect storm of me needing to move on, me wanting something else, me wanting to find meaning, and then my company taking actions that were just really against my values. And it was just that nudge that I needed to embody. Seize every minute. That's the back of this card. I need glasses so bad. Embrace each moment with purpose, for time is a precious gift on your journey of self-discovery. I wonder if in doing this and in recording this and in recording in real time my conversation with the universe and the universe's reaction to me, that it might alleviate some of that worry, that some of that am I going crazy worry for some of you. I hope so, because that feeling is not, it's not good, especially for those of us who have struggled with mental health before. It really is not. I kind of like that, actually. Embrace each moment with purpose. And I immediately saw the purpose in this. Because it's like, in one breath, it's like confirmation. It almost is like, okay, and we just discard it. Like I'm always getting confirmation, and I just discard it. It's like, yeah, I know. Like I get like this I'm here with you message in one way or another, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I know, what's the next thing? I'm always in the, like, in a rush to get to the next thing. Slowing down sometimes is hard for me. Time is a precious gift on your journey of self-discovery. Time, my year of freedom. My year of freedom to grow as a person, to grow into my spirituality. Time really is the most valuable thing that we have. It's our most precious resource. And it slips away 1 second at a time every day, minute by minute. That last few weeks I was working were so difficult. I just became acutely aware of every minute of my day that I was selling away to a company that I didn't believe in. Who I believe, was acting out of selfish intentions. And I was assisting in that. Like they're as a company, it doesn't matter. The company really doesn't matter. It's like not everyone. I think there's small businesses out there that are really trying to do good, but a company that's dependent on the system the way that it is now, one that doesn't want the system to change, because then it will have to change in order to survive and thrive. And I feel like the system, our economic system, is taking full advantage of us. And every day I went there, I participated in it. I participated in my own enslavement. I participated in the enslavement of everyone else. I participated in my opinion, gouging everyone else. I helped them do that. I was helping them do that to us every day I showed up. Once I decided to, like, that, it was like the last month or so that was really hard, but that last 2 weeks, like right after I decided to leave, as soon as I put my 2 weeks in, I felt like an immense amount of relief. But I was struggling, and I felt like just showing up to participate in that, I was going against my own values, and it hurts me to be inauthentic. It causes me mental health problems. I think this might be true for most people, but I also think it's exacerbated by autism, like this feeling like I can't be authentic, and this pressure to perform, like this pressure to be someone else, to perform as someone else. It really just hurts. It hurts me, and it causes mental health problems. Well, I just got kind of transported back to that feeling. That that was so hard. Like, I feel really heavy all of a sudden. Um, that time before I, like, in between me feeling like I had to leave and then actually deciding to leave, uh, that I'm referring to as that really painful part, it reminded me so much of being in the end of a toxic relationship where a part of me knew that I couldn't stay, but I wasn't ready to let go yet. And so I was suffering because I was the rope. I was like the rope being in this tug of war between the past and the future. That's a weird way to say that. That's a weird way to say that. Whatever. Maybe I shouldn't judge that. Maybe there's a reason I phrased that so strangely. Decide. May you navigate with purpose. That first week after leaving, you know what? Maybe all of this focus on work is because I'm supposed to document how I freed myself and what that was like and how difficult that was. That actually makes a lot of sense, especially if I'm supposed to share this with people so that it can maybe help them free themselves. That actually makes a lot of sense, because I'm saying that because I'm being drawn back to that first week when I left, and I realized that leaving my job, it didn't create in my life what I thought it was going to. Like the purpose that I was going to fill my time with didn't just magically appear once I made space for it. I was in this in-between space that allowed something new to come in, and that was so uncomfortable. That emptiness of, I can't, like, worrying, like, am I just going to be laying in bed all day? Like, I don't, like, that's not what I want for myself. Like, I had been I had taken everything, all of my focus to get out, that even though I had a tentative plan for after, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting the experience that I had. Because even when things were going just fine, the first week, everything was going fine with my plants. The heat wave didn't happen that week. That week, I was busying myself with all of this workout in my backyard, and There was a couple of weeks gap in the things that I planted. And so once I reached that gap, I was like, well, now I'm not busy. And even though there were things that I could do, I was just wandering around my house, not able to make a decision. I know that can, like, that distraction and that feeling like, oh, I need to do this, need to do that, and then not get anything done, that can definitely be a symptom of ADHD. But it persisted to the extent that I had to acknowledge that it was something deeper than that. In the empty space, I was able to feel this breeze come through, or it made me more aware of something that felt empty. Okay, I think I figured it out. Between me being really busy transplanting seedlings and then waiting until the next batch of things that I was going to have to accomplish that were going to occupy a lot of my time, I think I can label this more accurately. That space that felt sort of empty in between there, where I didn't know what I was doing, that was the highlight. That was the pointing out of the fact that I was settling and that it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't enough what I was doing. I mean, it would have been great for my community, but in the end, it wouldn't have been enough to be fulfilling for me. Probably because I've grown so much. I wonder if what we find to be fulfilling reflects how big we are. I feel like that's true. That sounds very true. Because when I left my work, starting a plant nursery that would help like the people around me in my near my community in like a small geographical area, that represented how big I was spiritually. And now this path that I'm on and feeling the desire to impact across the world and into the future, far into the future, is a reflection of how big I am now. Just that short period of time, how much I've grown is really incomprehensible. I feel like what I'm doing is really important. I'm such a humble person that that's like really hard for me to say. Maybe it isn't that. Maybe it's not humbleness. Maybe it's the conditioning, the societal conditioning that beats us back into feeling like we're this nothingness, like we're insignificant, like the people that we watch on the screen are somehow bigger than we are or more important than we are. They want us to think that greatness is unattainable. It's like their words build that wall. We let their words form a wall in front of us. And we pretend like those words are bricks. But their words are they're not even something tangible. Decide. May you navigate with purpose. I would really like to know how many other people sit around wondering if they're actually the only person that exists and everything else around them is fake. Maybe I'm all that exists. I mean, if you believe in this oneness, then it's true. I imagine this oneness as this big sheet of ice and there's like all these little, and you see like National Geographic and like these holes in the ice the little otters pop their heads out of. That's what I see it as. I see the universe as the ocean and all of the creatures in it, and then they embody like the creatures as the creatures are like popping up out of the water, and where that like this body is, that it's like all these little viewpoints. I don't know if that sounds the way that I see it. It's like each one of those holes represents a different point of view, and each one of us is that different point of view. But we're all the same being experiencing it simultaneously as all of these different viewpoints. So if that is the case, then I am the only one here. And that reminds me of, speaking of wondering how the universe might feel. And if that were me, I would use this world to escape that loneliness. If all there was me for all of eternity, seems really lonely. And I don't get lonely very easily. That thought was something that is along the lines of something that I was talking about that got stopped before too. There were the two things, I think, that I'm recalling off the top of my head. But I also have heard this theory that our job here, or my job here might be to find my way back to myself, back to my full consciousness. This is like this stone path out to this, like way out here. There's like a lighthouse out there that's looking out over the ocean that seems endless from that point of view, but it's not. I think that's good. I think I'm done here for right now.